Hey guys, Lisa again. You brought me home on Tumblr, aka Captain Hook Podcast on Tumblr. And as promised, now that I finished my Charmed trailer review, here we go with Handmaid's Tale Season 2, Episode 11, Holly. What can I say? No. For real, though, this episode was important. Because we all knew that this entire season was building up to June giving birth to her baby. So now shit's gotten real. I was really, really hoping through this entire episode that she was going to find a way out. Because, I mean, it was the perfect opportunity for her to escape. There was nobody else there. Not Fred, not Serena Joy. Nobody else knew she was there. She was all alone by herself. She had supplies. She even got a car. And still, this would be the perfect opportunity for her to get the fuck lost and never go back again. And okay. So, this episode starts with right where we take up from episode 10. She's still stuck out there in the middle of nowhere in an iced over, frozen, abandoned mansion, standing out in the middle of the frozen snow-covered driveway, kind of freaking out. Oh my god, Nick just got shot. They dragged him off. They drove away. I'm alone. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. So, what else is she going to do, right? I mean, she knows that this is the perfect opportunity for her to escape, but she has to think it through first. She can't just run because she's literally all alone by herself. So, she runs back into the house. And, well, first, she runs over to what looks like a garage off to the side of the house. And she looks in the window, and sure enough, there's a car! Oh my Jesus! There's a car! She tries to open up the door, but it's frozen shut and it's locked. She can't get in. So when she turns around, she sees this wolf kind of staring at her like, but ain't nobody got no time for no wolf. She knows that time is ticking away. They were expecting her back there in 3 hours. If she doesn't return, people are going to start asking questions and they're going to start looking for her and shit's going to hit the fan. So she runs back into the house. She knows that she has transportation, but she needs to find keys. So she's looking everywhere she can, in the kitchen, in the living room, in the den, upstairs, in the bedroom, in the private office. Finally, in the office desk, she finds a set of keys. And the keys unlock pretty much everything. So she's able to get into the garage. Now, a funny thing happens when she's in the office looking for the keys. She doesn't notice at first. Well, she notices that there's a dollhouse. But truthfully, the dollhouse could have belonged to anybody. It's not until you walk in first to the office desk that there's a picture of Hannah there with her new family. And on the desk, there's a child's drawing, which obviously was drawn by Hannah. And she realizes, oh my god, they didn't just bring me here because it was a abandoned mansion. They brought me here because this is where Hannah used to live. Now, why the place was abandoned the way it was, I don't know. There's no, well, next they were gone. They even left behind the food. Anywho, so while she's looking at the child's drawing, it reminds her of way back when, before all this crap happened. And she remembers being pregnant with Hannah and how happy she was and how she was a little nervous being a mother for the first time and whether or not she was going to be a good mom. But at the same time, she and Luke were really excited about it. And it's a real interesting look into those fears, all first-time moms have going into something so new. Also, having some fears about the possibility that her mother wasn't going to be for the birth. Her mother wasn't there for very much in her life. She was kind of midwife center instead of in a hospital. it's obvious that on this point, and a lot of other points actually, that June and her mother are. So back to the real. June gets the keys. She goes to in the car. And she starts to some too, other than what the Canadians did to Fred. When she turns on that car and that radio, car purrs to life, and that radio comes up, Radio Free America, and it starts playing just regular songs, not religious stuff, just normal, all American music. And it's probably the first time that June has heard this stuff in I don't know how many years. And when she realizes that that there is an America out there somewhere, even though it's in. So I think that's the first time I've seen her really truly smile, because she knows that somewhere out there is a place where that if she can just get to it, she can be free. There is hope. That's the first thing. That's what I saw on her face that I have never seen before. Real, honest to God, true hope. Because really, Gilead just beats it out of you until there's nothing left. When she realizes she's finally got a real way out of this place, she doesn't waste any time. She runs back in the house. She gets her supplies together, some medical supplies, some blankets, some food, everything ready to go. It's all packed up, ready to go. What she's got to do is she's got to get the garage door open. And because there's so much snow on the ground and it's so cold, the door is pretty much frozen shut. And there's no electricity going through the automatic door opener, so she tries every which way in the world to get it up. She tries to pull it up with her own strength. She tries to use the cord, pull it up. The switch that's on the wall, nothing works. And in the course of doing this, she strains herself so badly, she winds up sending herself into labor. Because in one of the moments that she was doing this, she was outside, and she slipped and fell on snow, and it caused her water to break. So, yeah. Not so good. She realizes that she's going to get stuck having to give birth in the house. It's not what she wants to do, especially being alone. But she has no other choice. She's not going to make it anywhere else. She's in there. Waterford and Serena Joy show up looking for her because I guess her 3 hours are up. And she knows she's got to hide. If she gets found out, they'll find her. And for sure, once that baby is born, they'll kill her. Because Serena Joy, and she knows she's got to hide. If she gets found out, they'll find her. And for sure, once that baby is born, they'll kill her. Because Serena Joy ain't got her whatsoever. She did not want her there in the first place. And the only reason that June is even alive right now is because she's pregnant. Once she is no longer pregnant, she is no longer of use. So instead of sending her off to a different district, they'll just kill her. So she's all the way up on the top floor, hiding as best as she can, because she had taken off her red coat and she put on one of the black coats. I guess because it was warmer and less conspicuous than wearing bright-ass red. And while she was up there, they showed up. So she's watching them from the top floor, warmer and less conspicuous than wearing bright-ass red. While she was up there, they showed up. So she's watching them from the top floor. They can't see her. She's being extremely, extremely quiet. But Serena Joy is off her shit, running around through this house. Fred! Oh, Fred, where are you? Just going crazy. Trying to find her who wants the baby. She don't give a damn about June. She just wants the baby. And she's also mad at Fred for supposedly, in her mind, putting her in the position. I'm stupid enough to assume that Fred could go out there with Nick, who they know is her lover, and not try after they know that. They're running around the house looking for her, and while they do, they argue about this fact. How could you be so stupid trusting her to come to this place with Nick and thinking that she wouldn't try to escape? She already tried to escape once before. And the funny thing is, Fred actually comes back with, well, if you had shown her kindness, Fred, you just the other night forcibly raped her. So I don't think you have a word to say about on some kindness. And yes, it's true that it was Serena Joy's idea, But Fred didn't have to go along with it. The fact is that he did. So really, they're both to blame. Because she be hating them both. She hates them both. Which, I mean, how could she not? And when she opens it up, being as quiet as she can, she notices that there is a big motherfucking shotgun in this junk. I'm like, oh my Jesus. It's the perfect opportunity for her to take it out, load it up, and just never have to worry about them. She has it loaded, cocked, and pointed right at them both, and all she had to do was pull the trigger. Demoralized her, simply done to her, how they demoralized her, simply raped her, treated her like a slave cattle, and she still couldn't do it. So she stayed quiet, didn't make any noise, and waited until they left. Once they left, she said they went down to try, but I don't know what the hell this garage door was made of, but it was made of something strong because she could not get through it. Not for lack of trying. And all of this stress sends her in, causes her water to break and sends her into labor. So she realizes that she has no choice but to go back in the house and give birth there. Now, hoping that she could slow it down enough, baby in the house, a little girl that she names Holly, after her mother, Holly. Now, when she gets really close to having the baby, she knows she can't just leave herself out and in this place all alone without help. The baby needs help. If the baby doesn't have clothing or warmth with the shotgun, and she peels off 4 loud shots, knowing that the people that live in the surrounding area will definitely hear her, and someone's going to come out. She's laying there on the floor with the baby in her arms wrapped up in a bunch of blankets. The last thing you see is some headlights through the windows. First pull up. And I really don't think they can stretch out now that her baby is born longer, because now that the baby's born, the baby once are gone. So I know she's not going to want to leave her child in the custody of that. By the time we get to this finale, something's going to have to give. One, we need to find out what happened to Nick. If she's going to find her children and escape with them, or escape in that house over and over and over. I mean, there's only so much you can take. It's not to say that the show isn't good, but seriously, there's only so much you can take. So anyhow, next week's episode is called Postpartum, and from the trailer, a short trailer we got, and it looks like June is back at the Waterford house with the baby, and Serena Joy is not. It looks like they're coming to blows over it. Serena Joy is not wanting her there. I don't know if June has left yet, go to another household, or if she's still at the Waterford house, but I know they're coming to blows over this baby. And we also get a little side story about Emily. Apparently Emily, since her last master keeled over of a heart attack, they obviously had to send her to a new household, so we get to see who her new master is, and how truly awful and disgusting that's going to wind up being. This dude's actually a new character that we haven't seen yet. So it looks like it's getting much more intense, really building up towards a very intense climax at the end. Probably having to do with, whether or not she's going to have a child in tow. So that is all for me. I will see you guys next Wednesday. We will discuss episode 12, Postpartum. Bye.